All right, we're back in How to Be a Great Music Director. This is part 6, and we're continuing this theme of giving people confidence. And the specific part I want you to walk away with from this video is correction. We touched on this earlier when we were talking about being an encourager, because I think sometimes there's this, it seems like a dichotomy in some ways. Oh, if I'm encouraging, that means I can't give correction or call someone out on doing something wrong. But I don't think that's actually true at all. I think that is actually a false dichotomy there. I think that giving people confidence can actually flow out of correcting them, because a lot of times when people are doing something wrong or they don't know their part, they usually know that. Sometimes people don't, and you have to correct them, and that's great too, because then once they know their part, either way, now they know their part, they're able to own it with so much more confidence. And it really is for the betterment of the whole team as well. I think when I was first starting out as a music director, I didn't want to hurt people's feelings. I was weary of giving correction. But I realized that that was actually selfish in a way of me, because I didn't want to get a negative reaction out of them, and so I was afraid to correct them. But what I realized is that by trying to quote unquote be nice to this person by not correcting them, I was actually being a detriment to the rest of the team, and being a detriment to the people that are either in the congregation for your worship service or in the audience of your concert, your performance, whatever it is. If you're not correcting people and making sure everything is as tight as possible, you're doing a disservice to those people. And your job is to serve and set people up for success. And at the end of the day, the people in your congregation that are worshiping with you, those are the main people you're serving. And same thing, if you're in a concert, those people that are paying tickets to see you, those are the people that you are actually serving at the end of the day. And so you need to have that in mind when you're correcting people. And you can even bring that up, like, hey, we got to give our best to our church. We got to have our best to these people that are paying tickets to come see our concert. Either way. And of course, this key part of it as well, you have to correct gracefully and humbly. Remember, at the end of the day, we want people to be encouraged. We want them to be confident. And so this correction isn't to tear them down, to make them feel like a terrible musician, to shame them into playing better next time. That is not it at all. So please don't hear me incorrectly. At the end of the day, we are correcting people so that way we can elevate them so they can get even better. We want to set them up for success. And so if that's our heart in correcting people, is elevating them to a whole new level, then it's never going to fail. And people can truly sense that. Like, it's pretty obvious when you're correcting someone to tear them down, or you're correcting them to be able to take the team and them as an individual to the next level. And so remember, as you're correcting people, to do it humbly, to do it gracefully, that your end goal is encouraging them, giving them confidence. Your end goal is the best product as possible, and have that attitude. But also do not neglect correction, because it is truly something that will take your team to the next level. It's what's going to give the best possible experience, the best possible worship service to your congregation or to the people that are paying tickets to see your concert. Those are the people you have in mind when we correct. One other aspect of this is that when you're correcting someone that's wrong, most of the time the rest of the team probably knows that person, their part is a little bit off. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but I think oftentimes we do. Other people are hearing it, especially if it's an attitude problem. Then other people are noticing for sure. And so if you're not taking the time to address that, then the rest of the team is gonna start to question, like, hey, does this guy actually have our best in mind? And a lot of times being a leader leads to uncomfortable conversations, leads to uncomfortable situations. And that's what we have to do as the leader, as a servant leader especially. We have to take that on. And so that means having these hard conversations that is gonna lead to the rest of your team knowing that you have their back, that you truly want what's best, that you're not afraid to back down from taking things to the best possible level. So once again, of course, we have to do this gracefully and have it be with the mindset of elevating people, not tearing people down. But we definitely have to make sure correction is there when necessary.